All right, what is up? It is Tuesday. What is it? Tuesday, April, May the 7th? What's it, May? May the 7th. It looks like I'm slow. Funny that I'm slow now that I got faster internet. What the fuck is going on? This thing better figure itself the fuck out real quick. Real fucking quick. Because I ain't doing it. Oh man, it is coil class. So every Tuesday I do this coil class. We go through and build all the coils from start to finish, a show at a time. Come on, you fuck. All right. So this way I'm able to hit every single coil. I'm able to answer every single question. And at the end of the day, I'll have all the coils in different RDAs. I install them in a different RDA each time. So at the end of this coil class, I should have around 65 RDAs with 65 different builds. And they're going to stay that way. So I'm hoping this internet fixes itself, because right now there's a fucking definite lag. A definite lag I'm seeing. And I'm wondering if I should just restart it real quick. Because I do not like seeing it like this. Lagging, or no? It's not that bad. All right, I'll live with it. All right, so tonight we're going to start looking at decores. Decores and recores. I mean, you talk about decores, you pretty much always have to talk about recores. Not always, but I will be tonight. So decores, I just refreshed my memory on Rip Tripper's Clapton video. So I think decore started there. So he used a guitar string to Clapton, and then he took the guitar string out because the guitar string was stiffer, and then he recorded it to make his Clapton. So his initial Clapton video, which would be the first Clapton video, taught you how to decore immediately. So this makes me think that, like, without that Rip Tripper's guitar string video, which is actually silly and a little stupid, it is, but we all used to look for easier ways to do things, and technically that it's easier in a way, it's also harder in a way, whatever. Without that video, I don't even know if there'd be aliens to this day. So that video was super important, Rip Tripper's Clapton video. So first I'm going to show you how to just get a Clapton and decore it. All right, we'll decore it, and then we'll recore it with something. I'm basically going to do exactly what Rip Trippers did in that video and tell you a couple things about that, and then we're going to go on to more technical stuff. It's about to get technical real quick in this show. We're going to do the matrix wire, which is kind of technical, and then Dragonscale is actually something that you definitely have to pay attention to, because one little mistake could change that whole build. So, yeah, this is coil class every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. So let's do it. So first, I'm just going to show you, we're just going to do a single Clapton by hand using the decoring method. I'm going to show you how to decore something and recore it if you don't have a swivel. And then later we'll do it with the swivel. All right. So this first one, I'm going to show you without a swivel, and I'm going to show you how Rip Trippers did his Clapton and how decores kind of came about. And I want to tell you a little bit something about the decoring and everything. So, hopefully I'm not lagging too much. It looks like I am, but We did just start, so there is only 25. That's usually how it happens. The numbers go up. Only 5 minutes in. All right. So first, so in Rip Tripper's video, he used guitar string that was 0.4 millimeter. That is 26 gauge. That's 26 gauge right there. 0.4 millimeter is 26 gauge. So I'm just going to use 26 gauge because I did not buy no guitar wire for coil building ever in my life. Did I have a guitar around? Possibly. Did I use the string off of it? No. I don't actually think I made many Claptons like the way he did. So I'm going to get some 26 gauge, and it's Canthal, so I can't really stretch it good. And I'm going to cut it off the spool. So this is 26 gauge Canthal. All right. And I'm also going to use .32 gauge nichrome. Now I do have 32 gauge nichrome already in a bag, so I'm going to use the bag method we've been doing for Claptons, and I'm going to use this. Now I'm going to take the 26 gauge. I'm going to take the 26 and I am going to bend a 90 in the 26. All right. Bend a 90 in the 26. Then I'm going to get that into my drill, and I'm just going to do a single coil Clapton with this real quick, just so I could show you the decore. I'm going to straighten this 26 out by twisting and holding. My 26 is straightened. Now I'm going to get my 32 gauge, and just like we were making Claptons before, the same exact thing. I'm going to make a Clapton. I'm just going to make about, Robert, it's all about practice, but welcome to coil class. I'm glad to hear it. But anybody could be as good as I am with a little bit of practice and a little bit of drive. And just be handsome. Be handsome. All right. So now I'm just going to take this 26 and 32, and I'm going to make my Clapton. I'm going to put my drill speed up a bit, just so I can get this done quicker. So this is a Clapton wire, right? We would have just cut this and that would be our Clapton. But with decore, it's a little different. So with a decore Clapton, I'm going to put my drill in reverse direction of what I was doing. I'm going to hold this wire and even just take a little off. So I'm loosening this by putting the drill in reverse and holding this core. Now I'm going to show you this again on the swivel, but what you're going to feel is that this Clapton is loose now. All right, so this is a decore. I loosened it up. Ooh. I loosened up the 32 on there by putting the drill in reverse and pinching here. And then I'm going to cut the 26 off the drill. and make sure that it's straight. Make sure that 90 is not in it. And then I'm just going to slide the 32 off the 26. And this would be a decore. All right, this is a decore. I'm going to cut that off of there. So now, what Rick Trippers would do to make his Clapton, which would make a different Clapton now. Now remember, if I'm to put a core back in this, it would be a smaller core. Could I put the 26 back in? Yeah, but why would I decore to just put the 26 back in? You would put something in smaller, correct? So what he would do then with the decore is he would get 28 gauge, something smaller. And 28 gauge is a bit smaller than 26. He would take the 28 gauge off the spool. We're going to stretch it straight because this is micro. I'm going to bring it down here again. And I'm going to cut the wire like that. And now I'm going to take the 28 and stick it inside of the decore. Right where I took the 26 out, that's where I'm putting this 28. Come on, fucker. I'm going to put the 28 inside of that. All right, and then he would wrap his Clapton. All right, which I will do in a second. But something else I want to show you is now with this, we could even do, let's take that 28 out of there. Let's get some 30 gauge. Now, technically, we could definitely put 30 gauge in there too. But do you think maybe we could get 2 times the size? 2 times the size of the decore. We could fold the 30 in half. Maybe pinch it a little more closed here. And then you think instead of the 128, we could put, oh, shaky much? Instead of the 128, we could put maybe I can't do it when it's bent. The bend might not be closed enough. $230 should definitely fit in here, I think. They don't want to, but they should. Right? 32 is 0.2. 26. Oh. Oh, it's like exactly. Maybe this was a bad idea. Oh, no. 30 is way bigger. 232s. I'm sorry. Don't do 230s. do 232s, I guess, which would be stupid, but why not? This is taking much more time than I'd hope. But I just wanted to show you that you don't just have to put a 28 back in. You could put anything in. Technically, if you were to decore a piece of 24 gauge, you could put even bigger stuff in there, maybe some twisted wire, anything really. You could throw a ribbon in there. You could throw another little Clapton in there if you want it. You could put anything in there. If you're better than me. This is just not working out. 26 gauge was a bad choice, I guess. Because the 32 is even rough to get in there. And a 32 gauge fused Clapton's kind of stupid anyway. Actually, quite honestly, yep. Fuck that. Fuck that. Let's just put the 28 back in. Fuck all that shit. That just ain't working out for me. Okay. So you have your 28, 32 Clapton, but it was decored. And you just take it, and this is going to be a bitch to wrap with 28 gauge inside. I'd much rather have done 24 gauge decore with the 28. But this would be a Clapton just like what Rip Tripper's made, where he decored and then recored it with something smaller. Super springy, super spaced. But that would be decoring and recoring. All right, so let's get on to the good stuff, though. I don't want to waste any more time on this stupid wire. All right. Now, get this shit off the table. So, decoring and recoring. So, the things that come best out of the decoring and recoring are matrix wire. Well, besides the harder stuff we'll get to in later videos. Is the matrix wire, and the Dragonscale would be the next ones up during this journey of the next coil to learn. All right. So last week, what did we do? We did the 3-core fused Clapton, we did the cat track, and we did the boneyard. So now we're going to do matrix wire because I think that's the easier of these two. All right, so matrix wire. You could do this with round wire. You don't have to do it with ribbon, but I actually quite like doing it with ribbon. Doing it with ribbon, you get the matrix effect. All right, so basically what I have is 0.4 ribbon. All right, I have 0.4 stainless steel, but you could use any ribbon really for this. You could use any ribbon. It doesn't matter. You could use 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.8, whatever. If you got some 0.6, there used to be 0.6 at one point, you could use that. I like 0.4. I'm going to use 0.4. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out. Where is it? I just had some. Whatever. I'll get out more. I'm going to get out some 24 gauge. All right. 24 gauge. And later we're going to make this into a stovetop because matrix wire is a big, big, big wire. All right. So I'm going to get some 24 gauge out. And I'm going to stretch it. And I'm going to get out about, since I'm doing a stovetop, I'm going to get out about 16 inches. No, we don't need 16. I'm going to get out about 12 inches. I'll do 12. 12 inches of 24 gauge. 24 gauge anything. Now, there's different wires you could use for this. It's just depending on how far away they are from each other. So remember, this is all about decoring and recoring. When you do the decoring and recoring, you're usually going to recore it with something smaller. For both these builds, I suggest that you do, actually just for this build, I suggest that you jump down 2 wire sizes. So I'm going to use 24 gauge for the Clapton, decore it, and then I'm going to recore it with 26. So I'm just going to jump down 2 wire gauges for the matrix wire. So it doesn't matter what you use. Let's say you got 26 and 28, use 26 and 28. If you got 22 and 24, use 22 and 24. All right. I'm going to stick my ribbon, inside the drill. And I'm going to make a Clapton with the ribbon. No, ohms doesn't matter on the vape. Staples usually just vape better than fused Claptons. The ohms of a vape and how it vapes aren't the same. It doesn't mean just because something's a 0.10, it vapes better than a 0.14. That's not how it works. Maybe for some people. So I got my 24 on a swivel and in the drill, and I'm just Claptoning it. Okay, now I'm going to decore it. So just the same as I did. Wow, this tripod is getting fucked up. So first I'm going to, damn it. I'm going to take this ribbon here. That's on my spool. I'm going to leave about 1 inch on and cut it. All right. I Claptoned with 0.4 ribbon over 24. I'm going to hold this 0.4 ribbon. All right. What a mess. What a fucking mess. And I'm going to reverse the drill. And this is going to come back. And what's going to happen is it's going to make this loose. So the ribbon. Hold on a second. This is fucking stupid. All right. So the ribbon is loose on the core. This is the 24. This is the 0.4 ribbon. It's sliding up and down. All right. So now I'm going to cut the 24 and I'm going to slide the 0.4 ribbon off. All right. 0.4 ribbon is off. You loosen it up so it slides off easily. All right. Now, I'm going to get might as well get the 26 gauge stainless steel out again. And I am going to take out as much 26 gauge stainless steel as this, just a little more. Just a little bit more. Stretch it straight and cut it. All right. And now I'm going to recore the 0.4 ribbon with the 26 gauge. Now remember, I clapped in this on 24, so the hole inside is going to be way bigger than the 26. It's going to be super easy to put this 26 in there, and you see it's coming out the other end. Boom. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I did 12. I'm going to need 3 pieces. All right. So I'm going to take this ribbon and wrap it around the 26 a couple times just to get it anchored on there, right over that bend. All right. And then if this is a 12-inch piece, which it looks like it's a 10. Yeah, that's a 10-inch piece. That's okay. I'm going to cut this in 3s. All right. So if I got, oh, geez, it's a damn 9. All right. So I'm going to cut it a little bigger than 3 inches here. I'm going to bring this guy here. I'm going to cut this a little bigger. I would do more wire than what I did. That's for sure. Looks like I'm having a hard time tonight. All right. So I got 3 pieces of this wire of the 0.4 decore over the 26. Now I'm going to bend a 90 in all of these because they're going to go right back into a drill. Yeah, I would definitely do more than what I did. I would do maybe like 20 inches of this, just in case. Or even 16 would help. I only ended up with 10 inches, so 16 would be way better. And I'm going to get these into the drill. Now,
this 0.4 is way bigger than the 26. So it's a little baggy on there. It's going to move up and down because it's so much smaller than the 24 is that I claptoned it around. So now I'm going to twist these together. And this is where the magic happens of the matrix wire. And you should see why it's called matrix wire after I twist it for a bit. So I'm going to get these 3 strands. I'm going to hold them with the needle noses. Bend them just like we were twisting any other wire. And I'm going to twist them together like so. And I'm going to show you what happens when you twist them really tight. So this is my 3 Claptons with the 0.4 on it, 26 gauge inside, but I decored it off of 24. Watch what happens when it starts getting tight. See how the ribbon's starting to go off into squares? Let me get the lighting better. Well, at least I'm doing these quick. I'm messing up a lot, but at least I'm doing them quick. I'll take my time on the Dragonscale. All right. So you see what's starting to happen? Very cool wire, but it's very big wire too. I'd like to see if somebody could coil this up into a regular coil, but I got to keep going. Let me slow down the drill so you can see it better. And you could twist it to whatever your desired look is. So let me look at it and with the naked eye real quick. Oh, I kind of like how it looks just right now. Yeah. I think I'm done. You don't have to twist it too much. But matrix wire looks extremely cool. Is it hard to get to look good if it's not a stovetop? Yes. Is it possible? Yes. Man, I am not getting good results with the camera right now. Maybe because it's stainless steel, it's so shiny. It doesn't matter which way you twist it. You can twist it any way you want. Very cool wire, right? And that's a matrix wire. You could do, and I've done it before, you could do this build instead of ribbon. Try it out with 32 gauge instead of the ribbon. See what you get. That's actually kind of what a Dragonscale is in a way. So you could do this with 32 gauge instead of the 0.4. Try it out. If you don't have ribbon on you, try it out with 32 gauge. It's going to look pretty fucking cool itself. It's not going to be as squared, but it's going to look pretty cool. And we'll wrap this up into a stove top and install it at the end of the show. All right. All right. All right. Okay. Let's chill out. If anybody's got questions, you could ask away. I still got a lot of time. I just ran through that shit, and I think this coffee's awfully strong because I'm not taking my time and I'm messing shit up. So if you got a question, shoot. Matrix wire is very cool. This coffee's strong. I'm going to drink more of it. All right. Stovetops aren't as hard as people think, but it takes a lot to get a stovetop nice. You can't just wrap it and expect it to be nice without the deck. You need to get it in a deck and deal with it. Well, stovetops, you might as well not even try vaping them. Fuck wicking a stovetop. It's no sense. Stovetops are for looks strictly. I would not recommend vaping a stovetop at all. It is springy. It is. It's pretty springy. It's not horrible. It's springy. Nah, fuck the L tank. The L tank is terrible. Did I give away the L tank? I think I gave away the L tank. Nah, don't like the L tank at all. It was good. It was a tank. I mean, it was good. It wasn't horrible. It was an all right vape. It was so big and bulky that it was just I am getting more stuff from that company though. That was like my least favorite thing from Avkin in a long time. Yeah, wasn't a fan. Wasn't a fan of the ale. That's why you didn't see me use it too much. Did I give it to you, Kim? Yeah, Kim has it. Maybe Kim likes it, but Kim vapes a little different than me. Yeah, I'm not big on tanks. I'm loving this mouth to lung though. The Manta from Avkin. I'm loving the Manta mouth to lung. I've never tried the Amit V2. Yeah, I do remember that, Kim. I wasn't positive. I thought I gave it to you. It was loose. It was loose. It could be both. It was a top airflow tank. And it was good, but it just wasn't great. Yeah, the Dread RDA for stovetops. Oh, on the Manta, it's tight, but it's also loose. It's not a mouth to lung. It's a restricted lung hit. It's not a mouth to lung. I take it right to the lungs. I guess you can cut the airflow down though, but there's 2 of them holes on each side. Wow, the lag on my screen is really, really off-putting. I can't focus because it's not real time. I got a fuse Clapton in it. I got like a 26 gauge fuse Clapton. I was thinking of more building questions. This is coil clays. Very good, Perry. That's exactly what's happening. When you twist the matrix wire, same thing with the next one we're going to look at. When you twist the matrix wire, then wires are going on the inside. So the Claptons, since they're bigger, are moving away. They're going like this because the cores on the inside are tightening up. And you can no stretch for aliens, yep. You could no stretch any kind of alien, any kind. I started building, I mean, damn, it's 4 years ago now. Nah, Justin, because it's the strength that you need. I don't think 30 maybe. 30, yeah. It depends. It depends. That ribbon's going to be a lot stronger than that 30. Never tried it. Alex, it depends what kind of 4-core. Check out my alien math video. I know what you're thinking, Justin, so it's just basically all ribbon that you're vaping. But yeah, Alex, if you want to build a 4-core alien, what you use for decore depends on what you're using for the cores. It's a size up. So an alien is a 1-to-3 ratio. You got to go a size up. So if I was doing 426, I want to decore 24. Put it that way. Alien math video tells you all about that stuff. If you just type in alien math in YouTube, it will come up. It's a 4, the thumbnail is 4 pictures. It says alien math in green and neon green. One of my favorite videos. I think it's one of people's favorite videos too. All right. Foobar, check out my Clapton video. I show you how to get rid of that. My Clapton tutorial. Go to playlists, beginner coil builds, the just starting off Claptons. I show you how to get rid of that. You just basically got to put a couple bends in them. But yeah, check out my Clapton video. My Clapton tutorial, not the live, the pre-record it. You could hot glue the ends. There's a couple ways you could do that. All right. 28 gauge aliens are kind of hard to wrap, but I think you got it, Tim. I think you'll get it. All right, let's do it. All right, so Dragonscale. Very cool coil. Got to pay attention. Got to pay attention. I got to pay attention myself. Dragonscale. Lots of stuff. Lots of stuff. It's about to get technical real quick. Coil class is about to get real serious right now. All right. We did a lot of beginner coils. I think this is definitely, I mean, it makes sense because this is the latest coil in coil class. So obviously it's going to be the most technical. I guess last week's cat track is pretty technical. Not really. You're just beating something with a hammer until it's flat. All right. So Dragonscale. For aliens and aliens, Kip. For aliens and aliens. Cool looking is in the eye of the beholder. Some people like it clean for aliens and aliens. Some people like them. You know, there's so many coils. Staggertons. Staple stagger fuse Claptons. So 49 people, what's up? So hold on, I see something up there I want to read. So basically, listen, guys, I really need to start remembering to repeat the question when people ask me, because it's probably so fucking confusing watching these videos when I just say something out of nowhere like, the L tank sucks. 26 gauge. 3242. Multi-core. She went to the park. I built coils. 4 years. It's so fucking stupid. So fucking stupid. I really gotta start remember that. I gotta start remember that. So basically, a question that I just answered by Kip Drippers, what is a really cool looking coil that vapes good? Cool looking is within the eye of the beholder. What you think looks cool and what I think looks cool may be two different things. Usually, the crazier it looks, the more it sticks up from the cotton, the worse it vapes. Enigmas. You don't want to vape them. Mohawks. You don't want to vape them. Matrix wire. You probably don't want to vape it. Flat builds. Pitchforks. You want to vape that, sure. Fralians and aliens are my favorite. Staple stagger fuse Claptons. Stagger fuse Claptons. Flat builds that are pretty wide, but flat. Right there. Okay. Let me do this coil because we also have to install these. Okay. Dragonscale. So Dragonscale is very cool wire. Very cool, very cool. Probably good to vape too. The only thing is that you have to flatten this wire. So you want an ultrasonic cleaner or you want to wash it really good. So that's something I would tell you. If you're going to vape this wire, it is absolutely important that you clean the shit out of it. Really, ultrasonic cleaner the best. If I didn't have an ultrasonic cleaner, I wouldn't vape it, really. If I were you, I wouldn't even vape it. It's not that good. So it's another twisted build, just like the matrix wire. It's another twisted build using decores and recores. All right. So we're going to kind of do the same thing. I'm going to get some 24 gauge, whatever. Don't matter. I'm going to get 24 gauge. I'm going to get out. So I need 8. Okay. I'm going to get out about 10 inches, and I'm positive 10 inches of 24 gauge will be quite enough. All right. So I'm going to get this. I'm going to cut it at 10 inches. All right. So I got 10 inches of 24 gauge. I got a 90 bent in it already. I'm going to put that on the drill, just like so. And I'm going to put this onto the swivel. Now, for this build, I really, really, really like using 36 and 36 only. If you don't have 36, use something around 36. It's got to be around that 36. 34, 38, 40, no 40. 32, I don't think it's going to work. It's like 36, definitely. 34 and 38, if you have it, I guess you have to use that. 36, I would say, definitely just try to use that. All right, so I'm going to use 36 gauge stainless steel. All right, stainless steel 36. Now, with this build, it is important that I remember which way I'm turning. Extremely important. I'm going to go in the forward. All right, forward rotation. I'm going to stick the 36 into the drill. I'm going to do a couple slow rotations. And I'm just going to Clapton this for about 8 inches. Should have put this on a fast drill. I only have top chat on. Fuck. All right, now I'm going to get my tape measure and measure how much I have. I'm going to get exactly 8 inches. I got exactly 8. All right. Now, just like I decored the other build with the ribbon, here's my wire right here. I'm going to hold that. I'm going to put my drill in reverse. Hold this wire. And it's going to loosen on the core. Once it loosens, I can cut the 36 here. Put this away. We're done with the 36. I'm going to cut the 24 gauge here. Boom. I got this 36 gauge decore off of 24. All right. 8 inches of it. Very important to remember how many inches and what rotation you did. All right. So it's 8 inches and I went forward. All right. Now, with the Dragonscale, you want to go down in gauges 4 jumps. So if we just did 24, all right, we want to go down to, we want to go down 4 gauges. All right, so we did 24. We want to go down to 28. All right, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. 24 we used. We want to go down 4 gauges. 25, 26, 27, 28. That's the way you do that, okay? Wow. Wow. They're going to be like, is Nick on drugs again? Did you see how he couldn't count his fingers? He couldn't count his fingers today. All right, 4 gauges. So you could do this with 22 gauge and go down to 26. Or you could do it with 26 gauge and go down to 30. Okay? So I did 24 gauge decore, so I'm going to use 28 gauge cores. 4 sizes down. Some people call it 2 sizes, but it's 4. Now, 28 gauge. Nick, how much do you need? I'm going to tell you how much you need. You need 3 times the size of your decore. So if you did an 8-inch decore, get out 24 inches of 28. 3 times the amount of decore. So I'm going to get out 24 inches. That's 16, 20, 24 inches of 28. And I'm going to stretch it straight. And cut it at that 24 mark. Now, if it's a little less than 24, a little more, that's fine. You'll see why that's fine. You want to be around 3 times, okay? 3 times. Now, I'm going to recore it with the 28, which is going to be way easier than the matrix wire because it's 4 sizes smaller. So 28 is going to slip in that 24 like a needle in a hooker. So we are going to bring that all the way up to this end. So hopefully you could see that. The decore is right here. And then I got, 16 more inches of wire. 24 inches altogether. 24 altogether. The first 8 has the Clapton. The next 16 doesn't. I'm going to take this end here with the Clapton. I'm going to wrap that Clapton around this 90 that's on my 28. So basically, you see a 90 on my wires all the time because I bend it before I straighten it. So I always have a 90 on my wires all the time. That's why you never have to see me bend a 90 in it, is because I just always do it automatically. All right. Now, we could hot glue this. I would suggest you do, especially if it's your first time doing this wire. I suggest that you do hot glue it. So I'm going to hot glue it just to be a good example. Now, I'm going to tell you a couple things about this as I do it. Let me let this dry. All right. I'm going to take this end and I'm going to stretch the decore all the way down to the end. So I'm basically stretching the decore 3 times as big as it was. I'm going to stretch it all the way down to the end. When I get it down to the end, I'm going to bend both the decore and the core so that it stays up here. Please focus for me, please. All right. I'm going to grab that with the needle noses up at this end. I'm going to bend it all the way down and around. And I'm actually going to hot glue this end as well. Okay. So this is what my wire looks like in the middle. Looks like that all the way down. See how much bigger that Clapton is than the 28? Okay. Now, the first time I ever seen somebody do this, they just bent it in 3s. I like kind of doing that in a way, but in a way, it's also not perfect to me. It's not perfect to just take it like this, loop it around, and bend it into 3s. If it was bent in half, I'm all for it, but you need 3 wires here. All right, so what I do when I show this to people, if you feel like you could bend it in 3s and get it perfect, good on you. Do it. Go ahead. I don't care. I'm going to show you a way that I like to do it to get it perfect. So I have 24 inches, right? That would be 3 8-inch pieces. I'm going to take this amount, measure 8 inches, heat up some hot glue, and hot glue it at the 8-inch mark. Now put enough hot glue on there to where you could cut it right down the middle of the hot glue. All right, so I'll be able to take my cutters and cut it right down the middle of that hot glue mark right there. All right, make sure the hot glue is nice and wet and it falls into that Clapton nice and good. All right. I'm going to let that dry off. It's good to blow vapor on it. Is this the first time we used hot glue in coil class? I'm going to take the next 8 inches right there, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to measure 8 from that hot glue. So you got to do this twice. And I'm going to hit that there at the next 8-inch mark, big enough to where I could cut it in half. Yeah, maybe it is the first time we use hot glue. I kind of forget. This is the 8th coil class video. All right, now, just like whoa. Get some more coffee since I'm not hyper enough. Just like I said, I'm going to cut that right down the middle of that hot glue. Now I got 3 pieces that should look fairly uniform. They don't have to be perfect. Let me get that thing on there. Once again, they don't have to be perfect, but this is what you want. You want 3 pieces that like this, all the way down. Damn it. All right. 60 people. What's up, everybody? I'm sure to fuck this up, so just stick around. I've been fucking everything up tonight. This may be the worst coil class or the best to some, probably. Oh, we love it when you make mistakes. Oh, shows us what not to do. Thanks, guys. Thanks. This camera's fucking me up. Okay. I'm going to take these 3 pieces, and I'm going to make sure that I bend a 90 in each of them. So I should have 3 bends in the ends of these. All right, they're all bent up. I got a bend in each of them. I'm going to open my drill, make sure there's nothing in the chuck, and I'm going to put these. I'm going to do 1 in each tooth. You could put them all in 1 tooth. It don't really matter. We're just twisting them. That's all we're going to be doing. But we're going to be twisting them a certain way. All right. So you see I got 1 bend in each tooth. So if I were to slowly spin it, you would see that there's a wire in each tooth. And you can see the spacing on these aren't perfect. It's not a perfect science, that part. What is a perfect science is I did the Clapton this way. This is extremely important. I did the Clapton forward. I need to twist it the opposite way for this to work. You cannot twist it the same way. You need to twist it opposite of what you did your Clapton. So I'm going to take these 3 wires down here, just like we were doing in the twisted coil class videos. Take these 3 wires, pull them tight as you can get them down here. Make sure they're all nice and even tension. Whatever you got to do that. Bend it so you get some better tension. Drills in reverse because I did the Clapton in the forward. And I'm going to slowly twist these all together. I'm going to show you what this looks like close up. Same thing what the matrix wire was doing, only this is spaced. And And you want to twist this damn near to the max. So just to remind you, once it stops closing in, that's pretty much to the max. I'm going to hold this here and let it recoil on my fingers. All right. Now, we got this wire here. I need some toothless pliers, and I did not get them ready, so give me a second. Those are toothless. I don't really like them, though. I'm sure to fuck it up using them. I might have to, though. Where's my... Here they are. So I like these. Let me wipe them off. I'm doing the Dragonscale right now. We did the matrix already. This is the Dragonscale. All right, drill is still in reverse. Now, you could use juice for this if you want. You could put juice on your fingers. I might do that to the bit. First, I'm just going to pinch it with my fingers softly, put the drill in reverse, turn this, and kind of flatten it with my fingers a little bit. Now that's just getting them to move in a certain direction real quick. Let's see if it even did anything with my fingers. I wonder. I wonder if it did. I don't know. I wonder if that even did anything, but I know probably not. Okay. It might not even have done anything, me doing that. I'm going to take my toothless pliers. You see in the middle there, there's no teeth. Up top there is. Down there, there's not. I'm going to take them and I'm going to pinch on this wire very lightly. All we're trying to do is get this 36 down. I'm twisting the drill in the reverse. The same way I twisted this wire together is the way that I'm twisting this drill. Just very soft. I did that very soft. I'll try to give you a close-up of what's going on. But this is what it starts to look like after the first pass. You don't want to do too many passes on this. I'm definitely going to need to do another, because it's not down as much as it should be. But you can see it's starting to angle. Can you see? Jesus Christ, man. So much for fucking quicker internet. Like I said, Chris, it probably vapes good, but you need to clean them. You need to ultrasonic clean. I would not vape this without an ultrasonic cleaner, but that's just one pass. Let's do another pass. I'd rather you just vape 3 twisted wires, 36 gauge Clapton than vape this. It's just, when you do this, you got to imagine what's happening to this 36 gauge metal. It's probably making glitter all over. Do you want to breathe in metal glitter? I don't. So I just don't vape them. Even with an ultrasonic cleaner, I don't vape them. I don't want to be vaping that shit. Very, very light pressure. Remember, 36 isn't a strong wire, so it's not going to take a lot to push it down, especially if you do the same specs I did with the 24, 28. It's not going to take a lot to push these down. I'm going to do one more soft pass, but this is actually looking good. I feel like every time I do these, I do them better and better. This one's actually very good. I'm going to do one more light pass and I'll be done with it. So the key to this build is the 3-in-1 ratio, and also to do the Clapton the opposite way of your twisting and flattening. All right. And I think I'm done this. I don't even want to do any more passes on it. See how it flattened them down and it kind of looks like scales? They're kind of like arched little scales on there. Look at that. That's a good picture of it right there. Ooh-wee. That's a sexy looking wire right there, guys. Whip, wow. Whip, wow. Whip, wow. All right. I'm going to cut the end of this off. Now, I did have a twisting mistake down here, but I don't think that's going to cause me too many problems. Maybe I'll just do one fucking coil. I don't fucking care. Dragonscale. This is a Dragonscale. Yes, Dragonscale coil. So, the RDAs I have today are... Now, just deal with me real quick. Don't yell at me for this and this alone. Oh, you can do this too. See that black line? That's why I don't want to vape it. Okay. Homeboy OC's very first RDA, the Phenotype L. Phenotype L, look at that damn airflow. What? Phenotype L, Homeboy OC's first RDA was a 2-post 22mm deck. So we'll be using this tonight for the Dragonscale. I might actually just put a single coil right down the center. This RDA is awesome. I love this RDA. Didn't vape too great, but didn't vape horrible either. I also have, they sold a different cap for it that I got. And then I also got out the Doge for the stovetop, because the Doge V2 worked awesome for stovetops. So I got it out. I said, I think that's clean. I think that RDA is clean. The cap was on top of it, but I think the Doge V2 is clean. Let me cut this off before I show this. I think it's clean. Sure, it should be clean, right? So I popped it open because I wanted to put the stovetop in there. Whoa, there's already a stovetop in there. So saying that, after I looked at the stovetop and did a little inspection, I said, yo, I'm going to take pictures of this stovetop later. I forgot that was in there. So I'm not taking that out. Okay. Not Homeboy Josh, Homeboy OC. Homeboy Josh and Homeboy OC are two different entities. All right. Now, so since the Doge V2 won't work because that's in there, I got an RDA that's much like it. So this is a comp vape, an AV mod comp vape with the cap, and the deck on the inside has coils in it. Damn it. But it just has big old coils in it. But this deck is just like the Doge, and it's dirty as fuck. Oh my God. Let's get another RDA. I don't know if I have another 4 post though. You know what? Yes, I do. I got this guy. I got a clone Twisted Messes. We'll put it in. Fuck it. We'll put it in this clone Twisted Messes that has these mohawks in there, but they're going to be easier to take out, and this is a cleaner RDA. All right. Didn't really want to do it, but I didn't have time to clean out other RDAs. Or did I? Hold on a second. What else did I clean out this week? Nothing really old that I could use. Yeah, nothing I want to use really. Most of them are pretty new. So I have this clone Twisted Messes deck. I'll put the whatchamacallit in. No biggie. Okay, stovetops. This is the matrix wire. Very small amount of it. I'm going to make a stovetop out of it. So how do I... You don't need much for a stovetop. You see how much I have? Ridiculously low amount. What I do is I take one end and I bend it. All right? I bend it, and that's going to be my center. That will be my center. All right? I grab it like that, and I'm going to make kind of like a C. I'm holding these needle noses very tight. I don't want that thing to spin in there. And I'm going to make a circle out of it. Just do it this way. Okay. All right, when I get to the end of this and I let go, I'm going to see that it's going to spiral out like that. So I'm going to let it go with the needle noses. I'm going to bring this guy down here. I'm going to cut this crap off of here. All right. I'm going to put that center into the center post. You need a deck to finish stovetops. All right. and I'm going to tighten down that center post that's holding the center lead. All right, so that's tight. And now when I bring this around, it's going to tighten that up. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull up, bring it around. All right. And kind of shape it as I do this. And then I'm going to bend it in to that negative. So I'm just going to do this. I'm going to put a bend in this guy, cut them a little shorter so it's easier to deal with. Bring them around. All right, I might have to pull this a little tighter, not sure. I wish I had a little bit more of a lead here. Shouldn't have cut it that short. But that's okay, I'll get it. This is what stovetops, most of the work is in the deck. Gotta do most of that work when it's inside the deck. Tighten that down now. And now I'm going to have to bend it to my will to get it how I want it. I could lift that guy up. I could get my thin tweezers behind here, pull the middle off. I still got to shape it a little better. All stovetops are different. It depends what wires you're using. But I usually check it after I'm done mounting. It's usually probably around like it really depends. It really depends on the wires, how many wraps. It depends. No, this is all stainless steel, I believe. I won't be vaping it, so I don't really care what the ohms are. And that's that matrix wire. I'm actually fairly certain that if I look hard enough, I can find another RDA with matrix wire inside of it. I don't even think I uninstalled that. I'm telling you guys, save your time and your wick. The stovetop and a postless isn't good neither. I've tried it all. All. I used to have so many people telling me, oh, dude, I love stovetops. And I'm calling that bluff. I'm calling it. No. Just because you make nice stovetops, don't make pretend that they're the best vape, too. I guess you're vaping your fucking triple interlock Enigmas, too, right? It could look all right and not, you don't have to vape it. That's okay. You don't have to vape it. You can build it just for art. It's fine. Doesn't have to vape the best. I guess I'll get the ohms on this, even though I'm fairly certain nobody's going to replicate this stovetop. And worry about the ohms at the same time. Everybody's still, you wick it from behind. I've done a stovetop wicking tutorial in, what video is it? One of the beginner tutorials. It's, you wick it from behind. Why am I showing this? I'm telling you, it's not even worth thinking about it. It's fucking stupid to vape. I would not waste my time. It's so fucking stupid. 0.17 this is. All stainless steel 0.17. Stovetop is really what stovetop, yeah, it don't seem, it wouldn't. Can you get lucky with a couple of them and they'll vape okay? Yeah, but you're going to be taking it out in no time. Just being like, give me them fucking aliens back. I suggest everybody try one. Try one. Try one. It's going to be a lot like how mesh is. How mesh is without a spring pushing the, that's exactly how it is. Just like mesh RDA. Once the cotton gives, after a little bit of that water weight and a little bit of that heat, and it gives out, you're going to be getting burnt hints all over the place. You're going to have to go in with your tweezers, push the cotton up against it, vape it again for 2 hits, dry hit. You're going to go in and you're going to see there's a hot spot now because it's just been burning without any juice on it. Yeah, stick to your Fralians. So now I'm going to do this Dragonscale in the pro phenotype. The phenotype was cool because you could put a coil right down the middle there. Boom. And I'm going to do that because I haven't done a coil like that in a while. So we're going to put a coil right down that middle. All right. So let me get this. And I want to get, I guess I want to do a 2.5 inside diameter because this is a 22 millimeter RDA. So putting something down the middle is going to have to be a smaller coil. So I'm just going to wrap this coil regular, but give myself some good leads. And I think I'm going to do a coil as long as I can that makes sense. So we'll do 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let me see what that looks like. 7 would be fine, but let's do an 8 wrap. Dragonscale. And now to install it into the RDA, I'm going to have this type of setup where the leads are shooting out each way. Boom, boom. So I'm going to put him right down the center of that, which means I actually remember exactly how to bend these leads too. Which means I'm going to take my needle noses, pinch him right there, and bend them down. And I'm just going to test that. I'm going to put him in there like so. Test him like that. Oh, this RDA was so much fun. And I'm just going to do the same thing with this guy here. Get him there. Boom, boom. Make a bend up, make a bend down. Just like that. I'm going to stick the longer guy in first. Bring him out. Cut him down a little bit. Not too much. Just enough to get him into that other hole. Boom, boom. Can I get a focus? All right. Let me center them up and get them tightened down. Patty Tooney, what's up? Remember this RDA? Let me give you a close-up. Mr. Big Bucks. Okay, and then this stovetop still kind of getting on my nerves with how it looks. So let me fix it. Man, I got done early tonight. Oh man, I rushed that first coil, I think. I was getting nervous because the very first coil wasn't going well, so I figured, oh shit, I'm gonna run out of time. Because usually I'm running pretty low on time at the end of these. And it's usually I need more time. I know these videos are going to start getting down to like 2 coils a week and then 1 coil a week eventually, because the coils are just going to take longer to do as they get harder. And we've been doing like 3 or 4 coils each week. So I know that I should watch myself on time because of, 8th week. I'm kind of learning how long it's going to take me to do all this and install. Explain what I'm doing in the beginning. So once the first coil went bad on me, I rushed the second coil to make up time, and that went bad on me. But then I realized I only did a half an hour of a show so far. Maybe I'm going too quick. That Dragonscale turned out good, though. The matrix wire turned out good, too. I just didn't have a lot of it. Like, if I'd have more, I would just redo this stovetop right now. But it seems like it wants a little heat to fix itself out. Stovetops always take some time to play with. And my camera is really fucking with me right now. I'm hoping the stream works out because this camera is really fucking with me. All right, man. Anybody got any questions? That Dragonscale, right? If you got any questions, shoot away. I might get out of here a little early just because I didn't eat dinner yet. But yeah, other than that, everything is good. I'm not wicking them. This is coil class. I don't wick them. I'm not wicking them. Are you making fun of me? Are you trolling me? Yeah, you better go to bed because it ain't getting wicked. It ain't happening, Captain. What's up, Drew? I don't give away the challenge until the 3rd week, each 3rd week, Glenn. I don't know, Justin, maybe. It probably would. I don't see why not. Yeah, I don't see why not. Yeah, it would be way more springy, but yeah. I don't even vape, bro. I just build. Joking. I didn't see what you said before. I don't think you're reading the chat. I think you might have said something way back. Lots of people have been getting a stomach bug around here. There's no new challenge this week. The challenges happen during Coffee Talk and every third week. Every third week. Now, you could just build these. You could build these and put them on the coil class. Hashtag coil class, and then you'll be into the thing. But there's no challenge until the third week of each. We did one the third week. We did one the 6th week. And then the 9th week we'll do one. But you could do these and get in the giveaway. So, this is how that works. Now, if you want to get into the giveaway, play along with coil class, you go over to Instagram, try these builds out, post a picture of the build. Doesn't have to be even great. Just show that you tried. That's all. So, yeah, I see, Joseph. There's, yeah. Somebody else asked it, though, too, Joseph. I seen you ask that way, way back, but somebody just asked it as well. You and like 3 other people are asking me to wick stovetops. So as funny as it is, it gets unfunny real quick. But I feel it's all in good fun. But there's also people seriously asking me to wick that. So you go over to coil class, hashtag coil class, post up your pictures. Now, last week, week 7, the people that did it were Sean O'Garrity, Jerry Law, Clayton, Glenn Donaldson, Henry's Builds, Rodrigo, Kim Dixon, and Bassmaster Cube. So if any of them people do this one, they're in the giveaway. They get a check next to their name. They're in the giveaway. If you do this one and last week's, you're in the giveaway. If you do this one and next week's, you're in the giveaway. If you skip this week and you're in this list and you just want to do next week's, you're in the giveaway. Just do 2 of the weeks. 2 out of the 3 weeks, you're in the giveaway. Okay. So, yeah, macro shots gets expensive. It's expensive. $900 after he has the camera. Remember that. $900 to do just the macro shots. Like that's not even including the camera. You could live in India for a month on 9 bills, yeah. Yeah, you got a cheaper camera, but it's important to note that the lens was $900, correct? I think the lens was $900. The lens was $900. So plus the camera, lighting, time, the program for stacking. Isn't that even cost money? Or do you use the free one? Yeah. 900 is the cheap one as well. Yeah. Gets expensive, man. I'm sure it's fun though. It's another hobby. I'm sure I'd get into it if I started it. That's why I don't start it, is because I'll just get addicted to something else and then I won't be live. Do you think you could use a power fuse decore for the Dragonscale, like 3640? Try it out, Justin. Maybe. It might get in the way of flattening, though. And the question is, see, people, I was getting these questions today from somebody. I imagine that, and I imagine that people wouldn't even notice once you stretch it out. Like, I imagine people wouldn't even notice what it is. So at a certain point, like somebody was asking me, like, yeah, obviously it was a beginner builder, but they were asking me, could you take a piece of 26, frame it with 28, and fuse it all together with 36? So 26, 28, fuse it with 36. I said, yeah, you could do whatever you want. I guess the question is, how hard is it? It's going to be harder. And is it worth it? Is it even worth it? So when I think of a power fused Dragonscale, I think that when you go to stretch it out, they're going to separate anyway. They're not going to stretch together. You would hope they did, but they're not going to. I could tell you that already, because I've done something like it. When I stretch an interlock alien, they don't stretch next to each other. They spread apart. Saying that, when you do it all, it's going to look just like a regular one. So would it even be worth it, all this work? You don't know unless you try it. But I'm guessing when you stretch it, they're going to come apart. I think I've seen a micro Clapton one before. That'd be cool. There's definitely cool things you could do with it. Definitely cool things you could do with it. Dragonscale, there's some stuff you could do with it. You could put it in a stagger fuse Clapton. You could, if you made it small enough. Let's see if I can get a participants list up in here. No! Fucking participants list. Sucks. It doesn't give me anybody. I have to do a pop-out chat, which is ridiculous because the chat's right here. Pop-out chat. Yeah, faster internet my ass, dude. Faster internet my fucking ass. Maybe I need to restart the computer because this does not seem like faster internet. It seems the opposite. All right, I'm going to say what's up. Well, I'm going to say goodbye to everybody, I guess. I guess that's what it is. Chessie, what is up and goodbye. Chris Mike, what's up? Drew, Crazy Face McGee. Free Spirit Open Soul, what's up? Glenn, what's up? Jerry, Joseph Bryant, Justin Crabtree, Kim Dixon, Mr. Pebble, Perry Jackson, Philip Wheeler, Roy Murphy, And that's all that's on my list. I know there's way more of you. Way more. Addie, me stop by. There were so many people here. So participants, though, free spirit, participants means who's participating in chat. But even there, it doesn't give me everybody. What's up, Alex? What's up, Bassmaster Cube? So, yeah. 111, a divine number. Good point. Yeah, so it's participating in chat, but it still doesn't give. It only gives like what's up, Fubar, Eric Heyman. It only gives you like who was chatting the past like 2 minutes. It doesn't even give you everybody. It's so stupid. I wish they just gave you everybody that participated in chat that's here at the moment. I know there's a lot of people that don't chat and they don't really want to be bothered with it. I do that all the time. I go into live feeds and I don't even say anything because I just don't want to. I don't have time to like type back and stuff. So I get that. I get that there's people that watch this that don't chat. I am that person most of the time where I watch a show, watch it live, and I just don't chat. Sometimes I do chat. Sometimes I chat too much. But sometimes I just don't. So that's why I always say what's up to them, because I recognize that there's a lot here that aren't chatting. More not chatting than chatting. Let's put it that way. There's always more here not chatting than chatting. Perry Jackson's been here all night. Merlin's here. SLR Do. I've seen him around. WP Mac was here. Big G Coils. V-Dog. Yeah. So, everybody, I'm getting out of here. Going to go eat dinner. Good show. I'll try to be more. I wasn't prepared at all tonight. I actually thought I knew what coils were next, but then I had to, like, kind of make sure. So, next week, we're getting really close to staggering. Really close to staggering wires. That and cord braids. After the next cord braid video, I'm going to have to just send you somewhere else for the braids because I'm just not even good enough at braids to be teaching them. I know my limits. So, good students. GUD students. It's because we're good students. Apple for teacher. Thank you, Joseph. That's funny. We're good students. Such a Philly way to say good. Oh, man. I'll probably come live and talk about Game of Thrones this week. I actually really enjoyed the episode. I'm so torn with all these channels like hating on Game of Thrones right now. And people that I know just don't like it anymore. And they don't like this season. And I could see why. But I think I'll talk about it in the next show, I guess. But yeah, you got to finish it up now. There's only 2 episodes left. Like, stop bitching. You don't even know how it's going to end. So stop bitching. Maybe the last 2 episodes are amazing. But I've enjoyed this season, but I think it's a reason why people don't enjoy it. Because they expected something different. But Game of Thrones has never been anything that you expected. That's why it was awesome. You never expected the main character, Ned Stark, to be killed the 6th episode or the 8th episode, whatever episode it was. You never expected that. That's why it's an awesome show. Because you get the unexpected. So people should stop bitching. Like, yeah, obviously we thought Jon Snow should fight the Night King. But they didn't give us that. But they gave us why we didn't get that. I mean, the books are better is usually the main thing that people say. Joe Rogan has a joke about that. It's actually pretty funny. How books are never better than the movie. You get to see it. You don't have to imagine it. You get to see it in real life. But no, I imagine the books are better from what I hear. I always think reading's better with your imagination than looking. But I enjoy the hell out of that show. You never expect it winter to come. All right, everybody, I'm out of here. Have a good night. Have a good week. I'll come live at some point this week around this time and talk about Game of Thrones, maybe do something else. Other than that, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. I should have a coffee talk this weekend as well. But, yeah, see you around. I'll be recording videos, too. Peace.